Here we go with another update. It was a great week this week, as you can see. Managed to get the engine and transmission out. I had to end up taking it out as all in one unit, and it was a pain in the butt. Had to take the cross member out so that it would wedge itself, so I could wedge it out of there. But as you can see, everything is pretty much disassembled. The cab is still together. I'll work on that a little bit later on. But we'll do a quick walk around, and you'll notice that the bed is no longer there. Managed to get the bed off. Neil and I hoisted it off with the engine hoist, and it came off actually quite easily. Really isn't that heavy once you have all the fenders and things off, but if you'll notice, the exhaust system is off. All the wiring, as little as it is out of there. Just a couple of little rust spots up here in the corner, as you can kind of see. They looks like that's where a lot of the water would pool up between the bed and the cab, and a little bit of Pour 15 ought to take care of that. Otherwise, if you notice, the frame seems to be in really good shape. Very minimal corrosion or damage, but we'll probably end up having to do all of these bushings. If you notice, there's Zerk fittings on all of the leaf springs, and so I'm sure the grease is probably fairly old, but we'll continue to walk around the truck real quick so you can take a look how everything came apart. And managed to get the rest of the wiring out today off of the firewall, and so it's really clean. It should be really easy once we take it to the paint stripper. And in fact, we'll take a quick look inside here. If you notice, there's the wiring. It's a pretty big mess, but we'll call it an organized chaos, I suppose. But I'll handle it. And then we'll go walk around here real quick to the front of the hangar. You can see some of the parts that I ended up taking off this week. Or yeah, there's your cross member for the transmission. There's the for those of you that haven't seen one of these in a while, that's the oil filter, canister oil filter. And if I pull in close enough, you can see when it was changed last, which was 10/21 of 2009, so 9.5 years ago. And that's quite a while. Here's a kind of a shot of all of the pieces that I disassembled off of it. We've got your front radiator cover, the front grille, there's the bumper, headlights, left and right fender, and the inner fender wells, inner fender liners. There's the exhaust system. I had to take it out all in one piece, and that was kind of a struggle because they had welded all of the previous owners had welded all of the mounting brackets to the truck, so I had to grind it off, cut it off, and do all that. But anyway, so there's running boards, the rear fenders, rear tailgate, and they're all in pretty good shape, although we're going to change that tailgate with a new one. It's pretty bent up. Getting into the, there's the radiator, the bed of the truck, and the hood, so you can see right there, and actually in really good shape. Let me go back over here. You can kind of see the bed. Of course, we've got all new wood coming, or we already have it, just have to put it in. But and then some of the old parts that I took off. If you want to take a look, there's the intake and exhaust manifold with the oil filter. Then down to the starter, carburetor, fuel pump. Back over here to the original oil bath air filter, if you can imagine. And then we get into the radiator fan and the 6-volt generator. And yep, we're going to keep it 6 volt. And nothing like original stuff. But parts are starting to come in. and we got a few more things, and then we do one quick walk, and that should just about do it, because I'm tired. This has been a long week, but coming apart nicely.